Good morning, Bobcats. Today I'm going to show you how to set up pages 6 and 7 in your interactive digital notebook. Also remember, every time that you add a page to the digital notebook or that we update a page in the digital notebook, you also need to update your table of contents. So for your convenience, under Google Classroom, in today's announcement, I've also included an image of what my table of contents looks like for my paper copy, which means your digital copy should just be filled in the same way. At this point, we've done the lab safety, and that goes on pages 4 and 5. That's where you had to come up with 10 images and pick out 10 of our rules to rediscuss how we do lab safety here at Bartlett Middle School. And then today we're going to do pages 6 and 7. And we tried to streamline this for all of you by creating a Google form that outlines the steps for setting up the page and how you set up the page so you can kind of do it at your own pace. So this is where I notice several students are getting confused, and I'm going to try to clear that up. Go to classwork in Google Classroom, and you're going to find where it says Interactive Notebook, Lab Safety and Metric System. This is the notebook that we are working on the entire unit. So even though additional assignments are listed in Google Classroom, all of the work that you do still needs to be put back in the same notebook. I don't want you to have your material in different assignments being spread out, because the idea of the notebook is putting all of your knowledge together and all of your learning together. It is one reference point for the subject matter. So you're going to need to open up your notebook, okay? And then I would even split screen this. Oh my gosh, Miss Jaquish, your notebook is so far behind. I better get one that has a little bit more information in it, sorry. But you're going to want to split screen so that you have your notebook set up and ready to go, as well as the form that you're going to be working on. So when you open up your notebook, it should look something like this. If you have successfully completed slide 5, which is pages 4 and 5, whether it's digital or paper, you should have a badge here already or a stamp here that talks about successful completion. And then your All About Me page. You have your table of contents. I showed you the image of what it would look like on paper. This is probably how it should look digitally. This page should be done. 10 images, 10 captions for the rules. And then today we're going to start by working on page 6. We set this up when we set up the notebook. If it's not set up yet, you do need to pause the video and take a minute to set up your page to look like this page. You don't have to have the ruler, but you could. So now in Google Classroom, I want you to find the assignment that says the metric system, what is it? And then notice behind it, it says notebook page 6. So on here, you are going to open a form. And this is where I'm saying it's probably best to split screen it. So if you don't know how to do that, you're on a Chromebook or a desktop or a laptop. Right here, you've got a little box in the corner. I can click that box and it changes the size of what I'm looking at. I'm going to grab the metric system, what is it, by clicking on that tab, and I'm going to pull it over to the open space. So now I can have 2 screens open at once. Another option is if you have this Duelist split merge window, I can click on this. This is an add-on for Chrome. And I can say, I want my windows to look like this. I want them even, and then that splits it for you. So I've got my initial notebook here, and I've got my form here. I'm going to start by filling this out. Please notice it says last name and then first name. So I'm going to do my last name, first name, my teacher. It's going to be me. There's a drop-down box, and then class period's also a drop-down box. So let's say you're in my 4th period, you hit 4. Then next. So this tells me length. This will be the top left box on page 6. please set up your box like the image below. I'm not sure why this has been confusing, but apparently it has been. So on my notebook, this is page 6. I can tell because the page number 6 is there. And then this is the top left box. If I'm telling you to set up the top left box like this one, then I'm going to go ahead and pre-write the stuff I see. Length measured in, and there's a blank I'm going to fill in. Long distance measured in, another blank. Shorter distance measured in, another blank. Ooh, and then I got very small distances. Very small. I wonder why Miss Jakewish made the word small so small. Very small distances measured in. Now this is the metric system, so I'm going to have to answer the questions below. Motion light. Anyway, I'm going to have to answer these questions below to figure out how to fill in those blanks. Also notice there are boxes that are green. Add an image of something that would be measured the distance in this way. Don't put those boxes on your boxes. You're going to put an image in instead. So how do we measure length with the metric system? Gosh, if I don't know, this is a really great time to look that up. So I might open a new tab and say, look, length in the metric system. Something's in bold here. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's not it. Oh, there's some videos here on the metric system that maybe I could look at. So the point is, this is a web quest. You are questing the knowledge on the internet. The other science teachers and I have given you the resources to obtain that knowledge and put that knowledge into your own thinking in your digital notebook. This is how you are going to do page 6. This web quest will take you through every box that you need to fill in. And it has an example of how to set it up at the top. It also will indicate what part of page 6 you're going to add that onto. So that's page 6 in a nutshell. Page 7, right above it, it says metric system, how to use it, notebook page 7. I maybe should move these videos, but I've given you 2 videos on the metric system. If you watch these videos before doing the web quest, you are going to be successful, way more successful than if you don't watch the videos. So please take 5 minutes to watch those 2 videos. One is 3 minutes, one is 2 minutes. Just watch them. You should get a lot out of it. Every student I had yesterday said, I don't get it. I don't know how to do this. I said, did you watch the video? And they said, no. Watch the video. It will help. I refuse to hand over answers. You need to be an advocate for your own knowledge here. Anyway, I digress. On page 7, I am asking you to add a conversion chart for the metric system. How do we use the metric system? This page is going to be a reference for you so that you can go back and say, oh, this is how I make those conversions on the metric system. So in here, I've given you a metric conversion chart. You can simply copy it and paste it into page 7. If you are looking at this chart and you've watched the videos and it doesn't really make sense to you, or you find a conversion chart that you like better, please use the conversion chart that you like better. Do what is best for you and your learning. You need to have a conversion chart on page 7. And it needs to be a conversion chart for the metric system. Finally, we have given you a conversion worksheet. This conversion worksheet allows you to practice your skills of, do I know how to convert in the metric system, and do I understand the metric system? So Ms. Kalunga has very nicely put a circle in here that says copy, so that when you're answering the questions, you can simply copy and paste that circle on the correct answer. And she's given you fill in the blanks so that you can work through how to do these various conversions. And then we can check that later. But today you should do page 6, page 7, and this conversion worksheet to make sure that you understand the metric system. Next Wednesday, all of these will be graded. If you get it done before next Wednesday, I will be putting it in the grade book. So, mom and dads, sons and daughters, students, I hope this video helps explain how you're going to do pages 6 and 7. Please let me know if you have issues as you work through this.